Our Jokes has a Discord and you need to join. Over 17k members. Come see reposts in real time. Why does this have 4 upvotes LOL? Pretty sure this breaks rule 2. Why don't I have permission to chat in any channel? Rule 8 violation. Sorry not. Gotta ban yourself. So I found some. Is it Discord or that cord I need to join? Reposts. Our Jokes has a search feature. Input the title or punchline of your joke before posting, and if it's been posted within the last month, please don't submit it. As I handed my dad his 50th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "Why no? One would have been enough." My grandma turns 90 this year. I once gave my dad several birthday cards taped together for various celebratory birthday years 16, 21, 10, 2, and signed it. Sorry, there was no happy 49th birthday card. He appreciated the effort. As I saw this joke for the 50th repost, my eyes teared up and I thought, why no? Once would have been enough. Enjoyable 24 hours period of account creation. $25 at the Dollar Tree lol, 2 cards for $1. To whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office. I will find you. You have my word. I know this is a repost, but I've been getting lots of these scammers calling me recently, so I am going to repeat this script to them. I think my fave is still. Hello sir, your Windows is corrupted. Oh no. My Windows, yes sir. It is corrupted and you must let me fix it. Well, alright then. What do I do? Press the start button. I don't think my window has a start button. Yes, it is the button down in the corner with the Windows logo. Oh, alright. Okay, I pressed it. Good. Do you have an option for control panel number? Okay. Press the start button again. Does my window need to be open for that to work? Yes sir. Your Windows needs to be open for that to work. Can you open Windows? No. It's snowing here and that would let the cold in. I had one of those calls a few years ago and just said no to everything the guy asked me. Your computer has a virus. It's sending out distress signals. No, yes. And you need to let me connect to it so that I can fix it or you won't be able to use it anymore. No. Eventually he asked me why I kept saying no, and I told him I haven't got a computer. Halfway through his next sentence he realized what I'd told him. Said, "You haven't got a computer. How can such a thing be?" and hung up. Yet this is gold. This reminds me of something that happened to my elderly neighbor. She and her daughter had planned to go to Rome and visit the Vatican, but she hurt her ankle right before the departure date. They had already paid for the trip, and she thought she might never have a chance to go again, and it turned out she didn't. So they decided to go anyway, with the daughter pushing her in a wheelchair. Partway through the tour of the Vatican, the tour guide apologized to our neighbor and said the next area was not wheelchair accessible, so she would have to wait for the group in a room nearby. She said that was fine and waited patiently for the group to return. Shortly the door opened and Pope John Paul II walked through the room on his way to a private audience. He stopped and chatted with her for a few minutes before going on his way. When the group returned, our neighbor just smiled at them and said, "Guess what? I thought the punchline was going to include Dave. I'm sure I've posted this somewhere else before." But a guy comes running up to the Pope, out of breath, and says, "Your Holiness, I have good news, and I have bad news." The Pope sighs and says, "Give me the good news first." The guy says, "Christ has returned to earth." The Pope says, "That's the best possible news ever. What can possibly be bad after that?" The guy says, "He appeared in Salt Lake City." She should have said Dave. A husband and a wife over their marriage had 8 kids. One day the husband notices that their 6th kid, Billy, looks very different from the other 7. The husband goes to his wife and asks her, "Honey, I noticed that Billy looks different from the other children. Did you have an affair?" The wife starts to break down into tears and nods her head. The husband, heartbroken, quietly asks his wife, "So who is Billy's father?" "You." I actually laughed out loud. "Good one, mate. I'm sorry to say, but this took me a full 6 seconds. I'm sorry." My wife found out I was cheating on her after she found all the letters I was hiding. Dash. She got really mad and said she's never gonna play Scrabble with me ever again. There is a song by the Colombian group La Sonora Dinamita that talks about this exact joke lol. Only difference is there were 9 kids in the song. This reminds me of one of my favorite songs. Capullo y Cerullo is a Mexican song about a couple who had 9 kids but one of them was black and he asked his wife, I love all my kids but let's talk about the black kid. Is he mine? And the wife replied, he's the only one that's yours. I would always laugh. Guy runs into a bar and yells quick. How tall is a penguin? Bartender says 3 feet tall. Guy says, oh my god, I just ran over a nun. Where on God's earth is there a 3-foot penguin? That would be kinda terrifying. LO, I've yet to see this one. Great joke. D. I don't get it. Can someone explain PLS? Version I heard took it gradually. Guy walks into bar, asks bartender, how tall are penguins? This tall, motioning 3 feet or so with his hand. Yeah, bartender says, penguins can get that tall. Man says, how about this tall, motioning about 4 feet tall. Bartender says, yeah, I think king penguins get that large. Man then says, how about this tall, motioning 5.5 tall. Bartender says, no, I don't think any penguins get that big. Man says, shit, I think I ran over a nun. In Canada, you are more likely to die of a kick of a moose than a terrorist attack. Those DN moose limbs. Haha has to say it out loud a few times, but DN, that's a good one. Reassuring. Unless the moose kick death rate is high. A moose once bit my sister. What if a terrorist made a moose bomb that fired mooses after people? If you don't like this joke, the joke is on you. A man walks up to the widow at a funeral and asks if he can say a word. Of course, she replies. The man plucks up the courage and says, bargain. The widow looks at him, teary-eyed, and says, thank you so much. That means a great deal. Abundance. Thanks. That means a lot. Can I say a few words? Okay. Fluffy robe. Or that provides me great comfort. The dead man was French. Another man goes up and says la non. The woman says, thank you. That would have meant the world to him. Water pit. Thanks. I know you mean well. Ocean. That was pretty deep. The year is 2018 and I don't jog. The year is 2019 and I don't jog. The year is 2020 and I still don't jog. This is a running joke. I get a feeling you will start jogging when the aliens arrive in December. This is an inside joke. Not outstanding. I thought I had heard this one before. Thanks for jogging my memory. LO. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe.